What's happening, y'all? How's it going? When I was in junior high school, this was like the mid-'70s in the Bronx, New York. I couldn't afford to dress in style. At that time, all the guys were wearing the coat that was in style. It was called a quarter-field. And the quarter-field coat was like a three-quarter length corduroy coat with a fur collar. And all the fellas had one. And I really wanted a quarter-field, and I went to my mother, and I was like, "Ma, could you get me a quarter-field?" My mother said, "A quarter what? You better take your ass out of here, go." And she was like, "I ain't buying no stuff like that. I already told you that." So it just never went away. When I turned 16 and I got my first summer job, I was like, "I'm gonna get me a quarter-field." And I told my friends, "I'm gonna go get me a quarter-field." And they were like, "But it's out of style now." I said, "I know, but I really, really want one." And I went to the store to buy my quarter-field, and I went to the man in the store, and it was this really old white man. And I said, "You got any quarter-fields?" He said, "Quarter-field? Those are out of style." He was like, "Nobody's wearing that now." I was like, I know, but I really want one." He was like, "I might have one left over in the back." He says, "But I don't even bring it out because nobody wants them." I was like, "I know, but please." He went in the back and got it, and he brought it out. It was black, and it had black fur, and it was a little bit too big for me. But I was like, "That's okay, I'll grow into it." I bought the coat, and I couldn't wait for the wintertime to come for me to wear my quarter-field. Wintertime came, I probably put it on too early, it probably was like October. I wore it to school, and everybody was like, "Maxie, that's a new quarter-field?" "Yeah, but it's out of style, man." I know, but I loved it so much, I wore it for my junior year of high school, my senior year of high school. I even wore it to college. And you know, in college, people are in college from everywhere, right? There's people from the city, there's people from rural areas. There was this one guy, he came to college, he had on like coveralls and a straw hat. And I heard him saying, "Look at that guy wearing a quarter-field. Doesn't he know that's out of style?" But I loved my quarter-field. My last 2 years of college, I rented a room in a friend's house. And when I graduated, I couldn't take everything with me, so I left some things in the house. I left a box of stuff, and I left that coat hanging in the attic. And when I left it knowing that this was a friend's house and I could always come back to get it, but also I was like, it's a quarter-field, it's way out of style now. And I didn't even worry myself too much about the coat. Anyway, a few years ago, my friend called me. "Hey, Maxie, I was upstairs cleaning in the attic, and I saw this coat hanging up there. I think it's yours." I was like, "Is it a black corduroy with a fur collar?" Yeah. I was like, "Send me that coat. Send me that coat. I want it." She mailed me the coat. I got it. I took it to the dry cleaners and got it all fresh. Now, when I purchased the coat, it was a little too big for me. Now it's a little too small. But that's all right. I've been working out, and I'm going to grow into it. And when I do, I'm going to wear my quarter-field, and we'll see who's out of style then. Thanks.